Previously on Survivor Grand Rapids. 20 castaways started our 6th season and quickly learned this was a game like never before. After stepping onto the mats, they found out that they would be playing with a pre-assigned partner in the game. Once in their tribes, they were then tasked with voting someone out immediately. Vengeance piled votes onto Fresh Meat returnee Zoe, while Vendetta scattered their votes, resulting in Chase receiving the most with 3. However, they were not out of the game yet and discovered that they would be the first castaways to explore Exile Island's secrets. While they were away, Tyler started forming his Grand Rapids alliance with Josh and Eli. Meanwhile, at Vendetta, Grace and Adrian formed a solid bond from the start. However, Drew was onto them. At Exile, Zoe and Chase found clues to hidden immunity idols that came with a twist. The idols could only be activated if exchanged with someone on the other tribe. Upon returning to camp, Zoe quickly found hers, but Chase was not able to find time to search. At the challenge, Carrie got stuck at the lock, and Vengeance continued their winning streak, sending Vendetta to Tribal Council. Back at camp, Allie pitched Chase after hearing a rumor from outside the game he didn't want to be there, and despite Chase denying these claims, it spread. But there was still hesitancy to vote him out, and Grace and Adrian hatched a plan to blindside the Survivor superfan, Drew, before he could make his move on them. However, the plan did not come to fruition, as Chase had too many people already voting for him, and he was voted out almost unanimously, with a stray vote being cast for Grace. After the first Tribal Council, a rogue Grace vote sent the Vendetta tribe down a rabbit hole fueled by Drew's conspiracies. However, members of his tribe quickly caught on to his plan for quiet chaos, bumping him to the top of almost everyone's radar. At Vengeance, Zoe joined Josh with the Grand Rapids Alliance, while starting to gain trust with Magingo. Meanwhile, Tyler forged a stronger bond with Eli and set his sights on Magingo in Brooklyn as a rival alliance based on a brief observation he made at the first challenge. But he would have to wait to make any moves because his tribe beat Vendetta in a landslide, sending them back to Tribal Council. They were then tasked with sending a Vendetta member to Exile, and they selected Carrie, and in another twist of the season, her partner Josie would be joining her on the island. At Exile, the pair played a game of hold or take, resulting in Carrie taking an idol good for 2 Tribal Councils. Back at camp, Vendetta quickly got on the same page that Drew was the target. John volunteered to put his name out there as a decoy, and the tribe proceeded to build up his blindside. At Tribal, Drew was voted out unanimously, leaving the Vendetta tribe to wait for Carrie's return. While Vendetta was recovering from sending 2 of their tribe mates home, the Grand Rapids Alliance was growing at Vengeance, with Tyler adding Sam to the ranks and Josh, Eli, and Zoe adding Magingo. However, the game was about to shake up. Not only did Josie's story of exile raise some eyebrows, but a surprise vote-out made John an official member of Vengeance. As tensions at Vengeance rose, Vendetta's losing streak continued. They returned to camp to canoodle, while Hannah was sent to exile with Tyler to compete, eventually losing her vote. Meanwhile, Adrian spontaneously pitched his number 1 ally Grace as a vote and favor to save Carrie. With Aubrey and Carrie voting Grace, Allie and Grace voting Carrie, Hannah without a vote, and Adrian throwing his vote, James found himself in the swing vote position and being the final nail in Grace's game, leaving Carrie and her idol to see another day. After winning for the entirety of day 1, Vengeance was starting to crack. Zoe had been keeping her exile journey a secret since the first round, with lies building up until John unknowingly exposed her. Doing damage control, Zoe cued in Magingo and Josh on her advantage, letting them both know of her task to transfer it to Vengeance. While Magingo was on board, Josh's trust was breached and spread info on Zoe's idol to his alliance. Despite Zoe's deception, a greater enemy was at large on the Vengeance tribe, Josie. The tribe was convinced she was keeping a secret from her exile trip, assuming she had an idol. Meanwhile, at the challenge, Zoe finally activated her idol by transferring it over to her boyfriend and partner, Adrian. However, her relief lasted briefly, as both tribes were informed that they would be attending a joint tribal council. Vengeance collectively centered their target on James, planning to pile all 11 votes onto him, but Vendetta was not going down without a fight, and together orchestrated a last-ditch effort to flip Vengeance to target their own. Amongst the chaos, Tyler targeted Magingo in fear that she was gunning for him, but it was Luke that was spreading a plan to target the Blood Bonds. While Vendetta was successful in flipping the vote, a last-second idol exchange from Carrie saved Josie, nullifying 9 votes, sending James home with 5. The aftermath of the joint tribal left some castaways feeling secure with their position in the game, while others felt on the outs. At the start of Day 2, Vendetta united to search for the tribe's idol using Hannah's clue from Chase, resulting in Aubrey finding it. They hatched a plan to share it as a tribe, and when at the tribe swap, it was given to Allie to activate it on Vengeance. Meanwhile, Adrian also swapped his idol back to Zoe. Through the tribe swap, New Vengeance reunited Carrie and Josie, who were still navigating the previous night's tribal, as well as the Postma siblings. At New Vendetta, Josh set his target on Luke, who had been planning on targeting the couples. With Hannah by his side, he tried rallying the numbers to target his former tribe mate. But an incredible performance at the challenge led the tribe to feel hesitant on sending Luke home. Seeing the high school sweethearts as a threat and Luke as a potential ally, Zoe capitalized on the Josh and Luke showdown and scrambled to lock in the votes with Samantha and McGingo. At Tribal, a 4-4 tie blindsided Josh, sending the tribe to a revote. With the threat of a rock draw, Aubrey flipped her vote, sparing Luke and sending Josh home, leaving Sam and Hannah on the outs. After her partner Josh was sent home, Hannah tried to start fresh with Luke, but he intended to continue his crusade against the couples, meaning Hannah and Zoe were on his radar. Meanwhile, at Vengeance, information was being leaked everywhere, with the Postmas in the power position. Without much hesitation, Allie told Tyler about her shared idol with the Green Tribe, and Tyler informed his sister of Zoe's idol that was given to Adrian, despite him returning it to Zoe already. Josie also told the siblings that Carrie gave her the idol at Tribal, leading Allie to conclude her former Vendetta members were untrustworthy. With Tyler's guidance, she built relationships with Eli and John, solidifying a tight group. At the challenge, Josh's elimination prompted Tyler to throw the challenge to save his potential allies on New Vendetta and eliminate loose ends on his tribe. But an exile trip sent John and his partner Luke to the island, losing Tyler and his allies in number for the vote. Fortunately for them, Josie's chaotic game was becoming harder for the tribe mates to navigate, and the tribe unanimously came together to send Juliana's sister home. After unanimously sending Josie home, the New Vengeance set their sights on Carrie, hoping to extinguish the conspiracy surrounding their partnership. Meanwhile, at Exile, the Falcon family was flourishing between Divine Child alumni Luke and John as the two reconnected their partnership. Luke shared his concerns of the couples, while John gave his observations throughout the game. Despite not taking the offered advantage, the two returned to camp with a working relationship. During this, the Vendetta girls gathered to get on the same page of targeting Boy Sam, hoping Girl Sam would feel better. At the challenge, every castaway pushed themselves to the limit, but it was the Vendetta tribe that emerged victorious. As Vengeance returned to camp, Tyler and his alliance grew concerned of Brooklyn's challengeability and loyalty and weighed the options between her and Carrie. But none of this mattered, and with less than 2 minutes left to strategize, Tyler made the executive decision to blindside Adrian. Tyler, John, Eli, and a reluctant Allie finessed the finesser, sending him home and leaving Carrie and Brooklyn in the dark. 13 are left. Who will be voted out next?